class. Welcome to our week 5 in mathematics class. Okay, to start with, we will have a short prayer. Okay, let us pray. Loving Lord, look upon our school family, those with whom we journey each day. Help us to strengthen and support each other for the education of the young children. Extend our vision and work in us each day. The miracle of touching hearts amongst all the whom to whom you send us. God in our midst, renew us in faith and commitment and continue to inspire us with your spirit. Amen. So before we are going to our lesson, we are going to know first the following words. So, fraction. What do you mean by fraction? Okay, so fraction, it is part of a whole. Then a fraction, it has parts. We have the numerator and the denominators. The numerator, it is the part of a fraction that tells us about to be taken, or the shaded part. So this is the shaded part, the numerator. The denominator tells how many times the whole equally divided. Then we have similar fractions. Similar fractions, it is a fractions with the same denominator. So if the denominators are the same, it is similar fractions. Then we have the similar fractions. It is a fractions with different denominators. So pag iba-iba naman ang denominator, we call that the similar fractions. So I have here an example of fractions. 3/8. So 3, that is the numerators. Ibig sabihin, the shaded part is 3. Then 8 is the denominator. Ibig sabihin, 1 whole is equally divided into 8 equal part. Then I have here an example of a fraction with a whole number. And we call that a mixed number. Mixed number because it is a combination of a whole number and the fractions. Then I have here an example of a fraction with the same denominators. So look at the denominators, 12, 12, 12. And we call that similar fractions because their denominators are the same. Then we have here the similar fractions. Their denominators are not the same. So the first fraction is 2/5, the second one 5/9, and the third one is 7/10. So therefore, their denominators are not the same. The first one is 5, the second one is 9, and the third one is 10. That is why we call that dissimilar fractions. In order to change our dissimilar fractions into a similar fractions, we use LCD, or the least common denominator. So in finding the LCD, that is also called, in a whole number, finding the LCM, or the least common multiple. And we are going to use that in our lesson today. Our lesson for today is all about adding and subtracting fractions and mixed numbers with and without regrouping. When we say with regrouping, there is a borrowing or there is a carry 1 in addition. While without regrouping, you are not going to borrow or you are not going to rename your fractions. Then, we are going to study also solving routine and non-routine problems involving addition or subtraction of a fraction. When we say routine, that is daily problem that we answer, basic. While when we say non-routine, it is a combination of a problem, different strategies or different operations to be used in order to get the answer. So, non-routine, hindi pangkaraniwan. Ibig sabihin, medyo you have to analyze the problem in order to solve it and to get the correct answer. So at the end of the lesson, I am expected that you are going to add or subtract fractions and mixed numbers with and without regrouping. So pagkatapos nito, inaasahan ko na kayo ay matuto mag-add at mag-subtract ng fractions. And also, I am expected from you that you can solve routine and non-routine problems involving addition or subtraction of fractions. So I have here a problem. We are going to read. Okay. Anna uses 2 1/2 meters of red ribbon to decorate a Christmas gift for her mother and 3/4 meter of blue ribbon to decorate her gift for her father. How many meters of ribbon did she use altogether? Okay, so we are going to analyze this problem. What are the given facts in this problem? So the given facts in this problem, we have 2 1/2 meters and 3/4. So this problem, we call this routine problem because we always solve a problem like this, very basic. And now, going back to the problem. So again, the given facts are 2 1/2 meters and 3/4 meters. So those facts we are going to use to solve the problem. So what is as in this problem? So in this problem, as the total ribbon to be used in making the Christmas decor or Christmas gift decoration of Anna to her mother and her father. So we have the clue word in this problem. So how many meters of ribbon did she use altogether? So the clue word is all together. So when we say all together, so you are going to, very good, you are going to get the sum or you're going to add. And what have you observed in our fraction or the given facts? We have 2 1/2, that is a mixed number. 3/4 is a fraction. So that is adding of fraction and mixed number with a dissimilar fraction. Dissimilar fraction because our one fraction is 1/2 and the other one is 3/4. So their denominators are not the same. So therefore, using our given facts and the clue word, we can now create our mathematical sentence. And our mathematical sentence is 2 1/2 plus 3/4 equals n. Now, since our fraction is not similar or dissimilar fraction, again, I tell you a while ago that we are going to find the LCD in order to add the fractions. So find the LCD using any method. You can use different method in finding the LCD or the LCM of a number. So last week, I thought about, or you have learned already how to find the LCM using the continuous division. So aside from using continuous division, we have a lot of method to be used. And sometimes you already know if our number is smaller or small. So think of it that in adding fraction or subtracting fraction, you cannot add or you cannot subtract right away if your fraction is dissimilar fraction. So you are going to change first into a similar fraction before you add or subtract. You have to take note for that. You cannot add or subtract right away the fraction if the denominators are not the same. So now we're going to find the LCD or the least common denominator of 1/2 and 3/4. So the first one I did is listing method. So how it is done? So in listing method, you are going to give the multiples of a number. So since our denominator for the first fraction is 2, so I'm going to give the multiples of 2. So 2 equals 2, 4, 6. So you're going to count by 2s from 2 to 20, or you can give the multiples a little bit. Malay mo mayroon na siyang lalabas. Then, the second one is 4. The multiples of 4 equals 4, 8. So, nag-stop na ako. It's because I already see the multiples which has or mayroon na sa dalawa. So, we have that 4. So, kapag may lumabas na kaagad na number that has a multiple of 2 and a multiple of 4, that is the LCD or the LCM of the given number. So, that is listing method. Now, I use again continuous division, what we did last week. So, this one. So, I write the denominator 2 and 4. So, what prime number that can be divided both 2 and 4. So, 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now, the LCD is 2 times 1 equals 2 times 2 equals 4. So, the same answer pa din. So, I only use two method in order you to use to change our fraction into a similar fraction. So, now, we are going to use that LCD to change the similar fractions into a similar fraction, so that we can add our fraction. So now we are going to copy the number or the given facts in a horizontal way. So now, look at this, our denominator, we have 2 and 4. So again, if our denominator are not the same, that is the similar fraction. So we cannot add the fraction right away. So we're going to change it to a similar fraction. So, find the LCD of 2 and 4. The LCD is 4. Now, what we are going to do with the LCD? So, we are going to divide that to the denominator of 1/2 and 3/4. So, now, 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Then, we're going to multiply it to the numerator, which is 1. 2 times 1 equals 2. So, we are going to put now our denominator, 2 and 1/2 now equals 2 and 2/4. They are equal. We only change it to a similar fraction. Now, for the second one, 4 divided by 4 equals 1 times the numerator, which is 3, equals 3. So, now, look at now our new fraction. We have now 2 and 2/4 plus 3 and plus 3/4. So, what have you observed now to our denominator? They are now the same. So, the first you are going to add is the whole number. Since we have only one whole number, so you have to bring down 2 and copy the common denominator, which is 4. Then, get the sum of 2 and 3, or 2 plus 3 equals 5. Now, look at our answer. 2 and 5/4. So, 5/4, we call that improper fraction. When we see improper fraction, the numerator is greater than the denominator. So, we are going to change that into a mixed number in order to change our answer into a simplest form or lowest term. Take note. In adding or subtracting a fraction, you always express your answer to a lowest term or a simplest form. So, how we are going to do that? Okay, so our answer again is 2 and 5/4. So, 5/4 is an improper fraction. So, that is why we are going to change that into a mixed number. So, we are going to divide 5 by 4. we divide the numerator to its denominator. So this is how to do that. So 5 divided by 4 equals 1. 1 times 4 equals 4. Then 5 minus 4 equals 1. Now, our quotient is 1. That quotient, we are going to add that to a whole number, which is 2 plus 1 equals 3. So our whole number now is 3. Because we add the quotient 1 to a whole number, which is 2, that is 3. So therefore now our answer is 3, and so our denominator is 4. So we're going to copy that 4. The remainder is 1. So that will be now our numerator. So we put 1. And now, your answer or our answer in the problem is 3 and 1/4. Can you follow? Okay. So we have here another example. I have another problem. Okay. Okay, we are going to read. An aquarium had 14 and 2/3 liters of water. June added 7 and 1/4 liters. How many liters of water was in an aquarium? Now let us analyze. Our given facts is 14 and 2/3 and 7 and 1/4. So the two given facts, we call that mixed number because it is a combination of a whole number and a fraction. So now, if we are going to copy our given facts, that is 14 and 2/3 plus 7 and 1/4. So always write your given in a horizontal way if your fraction is dissimilar or the denominators are not the same. So why addition? Because in our problem, how many liters of water was in an aquarium? So our clue word is added. So we have added. We have the word added, so you're going to get the sum. Now, since our fractions is not the same, again, we are going to change that into a similar fraction by finding the LCD. So what is the LCD of 3 and 4? So since we can 3 and 4 has no GCF except 1. So we can multiply that 3 times 4 in order to have our LCD. If we are going to multiply 3 times 4 equals 12. So that is the LCD now, 12. So we use 12 as our LCD. So again, in changing the fraction into a similar fraction, you are going to copy only the whole number. Wala po siyang kinalaman if you are going to change it to a similar fraction. Hindi mababawasan, hindi madadagdagan. Only the numerator and the denominator ang mag-change, not the whole number. Now, again, so in changing our fraction into a similar fraction, we divide the LCD to the numerator. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Then, since 4 our answer, we multiply it to the numerator 2. So 2 times 4 equals 8. So 14 and 2/3 equals 14 and 8, 12. They are the same. Parehas na po ang value nilang dalawa. Only that, the 14 and 3/4 is a simplest form, while 14 and 8, 12 is a higher form. Now, 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Times 1 equals 3. Now, our new set of fractions are 14 and 8, 12 plus 7 and 3, 12. So their denominators now are the same. So we can now get the sum. So first, we add the whole number. 14 plus 7 equals 21. Then, copy the common denominator, which is 12. Copy 12. Then, add only the numerators. Tandaan, ang ina-add lang natin ay numerators. Kinokopya lang si denominator, pero ang common, yung kaparehas. So, 8 plus 3 equals 11. So, look at now our answer or your sum. 21 and 11, 12. So, 21, 11, 12 is only in the, is already in the simplest form. So, therefore, we are not going to change that into a simplest form because 11, 12 is already lowest term. So, our answer for that question, problem is 21 and 11, 12. Okay, I have another example here. 2 and 14, 18 plus 6, 18. So what have you observed to our fraction? They are similar fractions. So parehas kasi ang kanilang denominator. So therefore, we are not going to change it anymore to a similar fraction because it's already in a similar form. So ano nang ginagawa natin kapag similar na? Right away, you can add the numerator and you can add the whole number. So, since we have only one whole number, you have to copy 2. Then, copy first the common denominator, which is 18. Then, 4 plus 6 equals 10. Now, your answer is 2 and 8, 10, 18. So, 10, 18 has a GCF or greatest common factor in that which we can change it to a simplest form. Kasi di ba sinabi ko kanina, always express your answer to lowest term. Yun kasi ang rule ni fraction. Always state it to a simplest form. So now anong gagawin natin? We have to look for the GCF of 10 and 18. But copy first the whole number. Baka mamaya ma-lowest term mo rin si whole number. So, how do we change it to a simplest form? So, again, hahanapin si GCF or greatest common factor. Ano po ang greatest common factor ni 10 and 18? So, we are going to use continuous division. So, we are going to divide 10 and 18. So, ano pwede natin i-divide? Yes, 2. So, 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Then, 18 divided by 2 equals 9. So, si 9 at 5 wala nang makadivide except 1. So, therefore, our GCF or the greatest common factor of 10 and 18 is 2. So, anong gagawin natin kahit 2? We are going to divide it to 10 and 18. So, divide natin. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. So, our answer now is 2 and 5, 9. So, yun na po yung ating answer. 2 and 5, 9 is already in the lowest term. Take note hindi natin kasama si whole number pag nag-change sa lowest term. Wala siyang kinalaman. Only the fraction. Alright, I have another example. So, napakadami kong example na nilagay para wala nang tanong. Kaya kailangan makinig na mabuti at tingnan ang ating video ng maayos. A roll of cloth contains 25 and 5/6 meters. If 4 and 3/5 meters are cut from the roll, how many meters of cloth remains? Okay. So, our given facts is 25 and 5/6 and 4 and 3/5. Then, our clue words is remains. So, pag sinabi ng remains, ibig sabihin, you have to subtract. So, therefore, this problem, the operation to be used is subtraction. So now, our number sentence is 25 and 5/6 minus 4 and 3/5 equals n. Now, we're going to write this in a horizontal way para mas mabilis natin ma-solve. So, since our numerator are not the same, gagawin nating similar fraction by finding the LCD. So, ang LCD ni 5 at 6 is 30. So, may multiply na lang natin kasi wala nang makadivide kay 5 at 6 except 1. So, pag ganun ang mangyayari sa denominator natin, you have to multiply the both denominators na lang para mas mabilis. So, 5 times 6 equals 30. So, therefore, our LCD is 30. Now, we are going to divide that. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. Times 5, the denominator equals 25. So, therefore, 25 and 5, 6 equals 25 and 25, 30. Now, the second fraction. 30 divided by 5 equals 6 times 3 equals 18. So now, our new set of fractions are 25 and 25, 30 plus 4 and 18, 30. Now, first, ang i-add natin is the whole numbers. So, 25 plus 4 equals 29. Minus pala to. This is subtract. 25 minus 4 equals 21. Then, subtract also the numerators. 25 minus 18 equals what? 7. So, copy the common denominator, which is 30. So, now, our answer is 21 and 730. So, 730 is already in the lowest term. So, therefore, hindi na natin kailangan i-change ang ating answer. So, at ease na po siya because your fraction is already in the lowest term. Another example. So, look at this. 9 minus 3 and 5, 6. So, what have you observed? That is whole number subtracted by a mixed number. So, paano tayo mag-subtract that? Only the whole number? No. Dito na po papasok ang tinatawag na regrouping. So, we are going to rename our whole number into a mixed number. So, paano tayo mag-rename? Or paano tayo mag-change? So, in renaming a whole number to a mixed form, our basis is the fraction of the subtrahend or the addends. So, since our fractions is 5, 6, ang gagawin nating fractions kay whole numbers is 6, 6. Why 6, 6? Because we are going to borrow 1. So, 6 is equals 1. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. So, why 6, 6? Again, our basis is the fraction of the second one. Since our fractions is 5, 6, ang denominator kailangan 6 din sa kabila in order to have the same denominator. Para hindi ka na mag-change into a similar fraction. Kasi, magiging similar na sila. So now, we are going to borrow from 9, magiging 6, 6 because we have 5, 6. Okay, so 9 now equals 8 and 6, 6. Again, 8, 6, 6 is equals to 9. Why? 6 divided by 6 equals 1 plus 8 equals 9. So, the same lang yan silang dalawa. Minus 3 and 5, 6. Can we now subtract? Yes. Okay, so first, subtract the whole number. 8 minus 3 equals 5. Very good. Now, subtract only the numerators. We have 6 minus 5 equals 1. Then copy the common denominator, which is 6. So our answer now is 5 and 1/6. So 9 minus 3 and 5/6, our answer is 5 and 1/6. Okay, I have another example. 10 and 4/10 minus 5 and 5/10. What have you observed? Yes, our fraction is already in a similar form. But look at that. 4 minus 5 cannot be. So, anong gagawin natin? We are going to borrow from 10. So, manghiram tayo sa whole number. So, si 10 now becomes 9. So, in borrowing, so di ba pag nagbabaro tayo sa whole number, nag-a-add tayo ng 1 doon sa iba sa nanghihiram. This time, we are not going to add 1. We add kung ano ang denominator. Bakit? Kasi kung anong denominator, yun din po yung magiging numerator. In order to have 1. Let's say, ang denominator natin is 10. So, ang hiniram natin is 10, 10. Bakit 10, 10? Kasi 10 divided by 10 equals 1. Nanghiram tayo ng isa, di ba? Nanghiram tayo ng 1. So, therefore, 10, 10 ang hiniram natin. So, 10, 10 plus 10, 4, 10 equals 14, 10. So, our new fraction now in first or in your minuend is 14, 10. 1410. Yan. Can you follow? Again. So, 4 minus 5 cannot be. So, we're going to borrow from a whole number which is 10. So, our denominator is 10. So, therefore, ang hiniram natin is 10, 10 to make it 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. Then, 10, 10 plus 4, 10 equals 14, 10. Okay. Now, copy the subtrahend, which is minus 5 and 5/10. Can we subtract now? Yes, because we have the same denominator and our minuend or the numerator of the minuend is greater than the numerator of the subtrahend. So, first, subtract the whole number. Okay. 9 minus 5 equals 4. Then, subtract the numerator. 14 minus 5 equals 9. Then, copy the denominator, which is 10. So, our answer now, 4 and 9/10. 4 and 9/10 is 9/10 is already in the simplest form because it is only 1 that can divide both 9 and 10. So, therefore, it is in the lowest term. So, now, our answer is 4 and 9/10. So, again, how do we subtract or add fractions and a mixed number with and without regroupings? So, these are the steps in adding or subtracting fractions and a mixed number with and without regroupings. First, if the fractions are similar fractions, add or subtract only the numerators. Tandaan natin, ang ina-add lang natin or ang mina-minus lang natin ang numerator kapag parehas ang denominator. Then, add or subtract the whole numbers. Then, copy the common denominator. Then, reduce your answer to lowest term whenever possible. Kapag pwede i-lowest term, you have to change your answer to lowest term. How if our fraction is dissimilar fraction? Okay. If the fractions are dissimilar fractions or in dissimilar form, the first thing you do is change the first the dissimilar fractions into a similar fraction by finding the LCD or the least common denominator. Then after you change your fraction to a similar form, add or subtract the whole numbers if it has a whole number. Then add or subtract only the numerators. Then copy the common denominator, then express your answer to lowest term if possible. Kung posible lamang na i-change to a simplest way. Hindi naman lahat ng ating sum or difference is in the form of lowest term or in the higher term. Minsan naka-lowest term na, minsan higher term pa. So before I'm going to give you an activity, I have another example para hindi pa rin kayo malito. Okay tingin na mabuti. So we have find the sum of 7/15 plus 3/5. Okay, our fraction is dissimilar form. So we're going to find the LCD. So ang LCD nila is 15. Okay, paano kinuha si 15? So di ba 3 makadivide kay 5 at 15 is 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Then 5 divided by 5, 1. So, 1 times 3, 5 times 3, times 5, 15. So, therefore, our LCD is 15. So, minadali ko na lang yan. Now, we're going to write our given in a horizontal way. Now, so, write the LCD which is 15. Now, divide 15 divided by 15 equals 1. Times the denominator, 7 equals 7. So, okay, the second fraction, 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Times 3 na numerator is equals 9. So, now, get the sum of the numerators. 9 plus 7 equals 16. Copy the denominator, 15. Now, look at your answer. 16/15. That is improper fraction. So, i-divide natin ngayon. So, 16 divided by 15, ilan? 1. Very good. Then, the 16 minus 15 equals 1. So, yun ang magiging numerator. Then, copy the denominator which is 15. So, our answer now, 1 and 1/15. Okay, let's have another example. Take away 1/3 from 5/6. Take away. Ibig sabihin, alisin. Alisin ang 1/3 sa 5/6. Yun ang gagawin natin. So, our fraction again is not in a similar form. This is the similar fraction. So, write your given in a horizontal way. So, 5/6 minus 1/3. So, what is the LCD of 6 or 5/6 and 1/3? Okay, 3/6. So, ibig sabihin, ang LCD is 6. Ayan. Divide now. 6 divided by 6 equals 1 times 5 equals 5. So, 5/6 pa din. 6 divided by 3 equals 2 times 1 equals 2. Then, subtract. Copy first the common denominator, which is 6. So, 5 minus 2 equals 3. So, our answer now is 3/6. 3/6 is not in the lowest term. So, change to the lowest term. Ano pwede natin i-divide kay 3 at kay 6? Ang pwede natin i-divide is 3. So, 3 divided by 3 equals 1. Then, 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So, therefore, our final answer is 1/2. Any question? Again, in adding or subtracting a mixed number or a fraction, always see to it that your fraction is similar fraction. Kapag similar fraction, you can add the fraction right away. Add only the whole number, add only the numerators, and you're going to copy only the one denominator, then change your answer to lowest term if possible. If your fraction is not in a similar form, you're going to change it to similar form or similar fraction by finding the LCD. The LCD will be used to change your fraction to similar fraction. Naintindihan po? Okay. So for your activities, answer learning task 2, page 21 of your math module. Take note, answer only. Do not copy the given. But you can use your scratch paper to solve, and you are going to write your answer only in your notebook. Answer only. Then, second activity, answer learning task 3, page 21 of math module. Then, we have, for the problem, answer learning task 1, page 22 of math module. And answer learning task 2 and 3, page 23 of math module. Okay. So you can screenshot para hindi na kayo paulit-ulit ng video natin. And for your reflection, you are going to write your personal insights about our lesson using the prompts below. I understand that. So, continue nyo mo lang. Then, I learned that. Then, after you write your personal insights or reflection, send it to the link provided in your Google Classroom. Sa Google Classroom na hindi na ilalagay dun sa portfolio para ma-check ko na kaagad. But you have to provide also that in your portfolio. Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy doing your activities with love in our subject. See you next week.